Yo, it's Genie here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I produced on the #1 Billboard album.
They mad, even though I started with nothing, I still broke it in half. I showed them how to style they clothes, niggas wasn't having no swag. Showed them most.
So the album I produced on was named I Never Felt None by ESTG, and it dropped in late 2022. The song I did was named Is Heaven for a Gangsta, which originally leaked, I think, early 2022, around January. I did the beat alongside Cutoff, John Got It, and Can't Rush the Vibe. The original beat for the song was made in late 2021, I think. It wasn't even made for ESTG, really. It was just kind of made just like another type of beat I was making just to send out to artists. But I was working with ESTG at the moment, and when I was sending beats to him, I was kind of just sending like, dark, regular, like Nardo Wick type of beats to him, stuff that you'd hear him on. He ended up getting up on the beat that was kind of more melodic and sounded different than what he usually does. The opportunity to work with him originally presented itself in, again, late 2021 when I was working with Can't Rush the Vibe a lot on stuff for Lil Jeremy. So yeah, one night me and him were just on a call, we were just talking, whatever, and he was in the room with John Got It, and he was there, they were just together, and he brought my name up and said like, yo, this is Genie, he's super fire. He does a lot of work for Jeremy. So then from there, me and John Got It tapped in. And then for the next couple of weeks, me and him were just I was sending beats to him, and he just let me know what he thought of them, if they were hits, if they weren't hits. And then after the couple of weeks went by, he let me know, he said like, you know what, send the stems for this beat. The original beat was called Recall, so I was like, okay, bet, yeah. I'll send you the beat, I'll send you the stems. I didn't really think too much of it because I'm like, okay, maybe he just wants to tweak it for the next session he has with ESTG, whatever he does, right? So, I sent it, I went to sleep that night. I remember that day I had to wake up early because I had school, but then I checked my phone, as soon as I wake up, because like anything about music comes up, and I see a couple messages from John Got It, and he says to me, we got one, and then he sends me a picture, not a picture, he sends me a video of ESTG's story, and it's ESTG rapping on our beat, and like it already had like 1,000 comments, it's already popping. So the snippet came along, I was super happy about that, but I didn't want to get too excited in case it didn't drop, because that has happened to me before where I produce a song and it leaks, but then it never ends up dropping. So I didn't want to get too excited, and then so a couple months later, he messages me and say, yo, I think we're gonna be on the album, just sign some of this paperwork. I'm like, okay, bet. Like it was kind of a 50-50 chance, but it was just like, screw it, why not? I'm gonna just do it, see what happens, right? And then I think this is in around September now. He messages me and he says, yeah, we're on it, track number 10. And he just says like, yeah, we got one, we're gonna be on the album, it drops next week. And I was like super excited. I knew the album was gonna do really well. And then yeah, a couple weeks later, I got the message from JB Sauced Up, who also produced on that album. He produced 2 songs. And he said, yeah, we went #1 Billboard rap album, and we were top 3 all genres. So I was like super excited, I was thinking about getting my plaque. I posted that I went Billboard, all that stuff. So what this really shows is that you don't need to be directly connected to the artist to be able to work with them, even if you don't do loops, because I didn't even do the loop on the beat. It's all about just making genuine connections in the industry, being nice to people, putting in all your effort. Even also making just unique beats, like stuff you wouldn't hear the rapper on, because most of the time, 9 out of 10 times, they get the same beat over and over again, same kind of melody, same drums, but I kind of went with a different approach, and I kind of went with like, what's something ESTG wouldn't hear himself on? That's how the song came along, but now let's get into the actual beat breakdown. So yeah, this is what the beat looks like. As you can see, it's not too many sounds, but it's not too less sounds. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first part of the beat, obviously everyone starts with, is the melody, and Cutoff did the melody, as I said. So this is what it sounds like. Our melody, pretty melodic, it's an E minor, so it's not too dark. The only tweak I made to the melody was just cutting the low end off the melody so it doesn't clash with the 808 right here. So the next part of the beat I did was the 808, and this beat has 2 808 patterns. The first one is like this, as you can see right here, and this next one is like this. It has like a small little 808 reverse right there. So I'll get into the first one. This is what the first one sounds like. So as you can see, like I kind of had a lot going on with that 808 pattern, lots of different pattern switches. And I also had the 808 like hitting a lot, especially right here when it went like this. But yeah, I feel like it just keeps the song bouncy. And yeah, I put a little high note right here. This always gets the listener very excited right here. I think that's a very important thing in 808s, having it go octave to octave. It keeps it very jumpy and energetic. And the next thing I did, the next 808 pattern I had was this one. It looks pretty similar actually. It's basically the same 808 pattern, but just this reverse effect right here, which I feel like kind of separates this song from a lot of other songs that ESTG has. It's like very subtle, but it keeps the beat interesting. And this is what the 808 reverse effect sounds like. The next part of the beat I did was the hi-hats. Again, like closed basic hi-hat, very simple and regular sound. And this is what the pattern sounds like. So yeah, basically it kind of just repeats the same pattern over here for like the whole beat. I kind of let the 808 ride, but then this kind of just stays the same the whole time, you know, like little stutters right here, one right here, one right here. This one goes with the snare in the beat, so it complements each other very well. The last part of the beat I did, well, like the second last part I did, was just put down these claps, you know, regular pattern, not even too much to talk about right here. And then the next thing I did was just put down the snare. So the snare right here, it layers with the clap, but then it also has like its own solo hits right here. So this is what it sounds like. Nice. I added this one last small thing, you know, a little accent snare to play here for when the beat comes in. This is kind of a common thing in Lil Baby beats. It's a common snare. Yeah, that pattern kind of just repeated, and yeah, I just felt like I went with the song well. I had it like in here, and I took it out, and then it comes back in. Again, it keeps the beat interesting for the listener. And then I had this open hat playing here. It's just a basic open hat. This is what it sounds like. And I kind of had it playing that same pattern the whole time, you know, gives it like a sense of rhythm for the beat. It's like very subtle, but again, you notice it if you listen to the song closely. And yeah, after that, you know, I arranged the beat, had the 808 playing at the start, and I had little beat pauses right here. Had the snare coming in and out. Yeah, I had the clap playing. Everything else was kind of playing at the same time for most of the thing. It was just, this kind of goes to show, like, when you're trying to make beats for an artist that you listen to, you can kind of keep it simple, but I feel like you should always put your own spin on it as well. Not just keep it too basic, but again, not too complicated. And then the last part I did, well, the real last part I did was just put my tag on it.
Genie, you killed this.
And yeah, that's how the beat for Is Heaven for a Gangsta by ESTG was made. And this is how the full beat sounds by itself. That's it for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I got a couple more beat breakdowns coming soon. I'll probably do the one with YTB Fat Baby Joe next. And I also want to do my one with Future and Lil Jeremy soon. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video.